No.
Tell it what you want. Hurry up.
Check, check, check. I don't play this.
Well, just do it. You did it for us,
baby.
Joe.
You know you can play.
So what you can do for us? Let's go. Go.
I mean, you could tell when he's been in town too long, he kind of gets ornery. My dad needs to get out on the water from time to time. It's just something he has to do.
First time I bought crab this year. After that, it's gonna get better. Something started.
House, having a good drink here, a little food here. Next thing you know,
Here I come, here I come. I tell you, I look and look and look and look. I'm still looking for my dentures. It's Lake Zero. Maybe we ought to go Lake Zero. Huh? Ah, you saw one?
Yep.
Ah, if you saw shrimp, look out.
Look out!
Oh,
Was that a little fish?
What was that?
I don't know, that was
That's shrimp or that's fish? Now ready? How about you, Nat? You ready? All right. That's the ticker chain right here. Supposed to tickle the shrimp. That is.
My earliest memory of learning that this land is disappearing was in school. It wasn't from my elders. I think you have to really ask them to really get the information of things that they didn't want to remember, maybe, like land loss and what they used to have, which now isn't here anymore.
See that sign right there? That used to be all the bank right there, all the way there.
So it was all the bank.
That was all land. No land, no water behind it. And over here, that's why I told you where the bayou used to go back there. It's all gone right there too. But that's where Daddy used to bring us to, right here. Yeah. The whole family.
I grew up with my dad going hunting and fishing. That's something that molded me. So we have a deep connection with that land that is being lost now. There was an opportunity that came up, funded by the National Academy of Sciences, to be a part of a research project, getting oral histories of our elders who've lived off of this land to kind of heal what's going on here.
Prior to the invasion, we had our own culture, history, laws. We were recorded by the Spaniards in 1540 to be where the Red River and the Mississippi meet. In the 1680s, when the French came, they saw the red poles of the Houma, Baton Rouge, and we saw there was going to be another shedding of blood, decided to migrate out of the way. The migration went south. We moved into areas where nobody else wanted to live. And then, of course, the Acadians arrived and made us exiles in our own country. That's when our next step was to go even further south.
So how do you think that affects, our culture as a whole and our togetherness as a people?
Well, we got to remember one thing. A tribe is a large family. We're still family.
Secret for each other. 7 paths to where things began for us.
My mom was a filet maker, taking the sassafras leaves and making them into the powder that we call filet. Long before the research was being done, she knew what was happening. Her trees started to die. that ground got saturated with salt. The navigation canal built to bring boats and they would be good for the economy, and it really didn't happen. What did come was the salt water.
Going without you, the change you breed within will end.
Where'd y'all live on the bayou down in Gulag?
Across from your grandmother?
Right there on Coast Guard?
Yes, it's no longer there. You know, you wouldn't have been able to know what it looked like. I'm still looking for a picture of that little old house.
So this is my great-grandpa here, right?
Yes,
Wow.
and everybody that's there is gone.
My grandparents fought a long time through hurricane after hurricane, but when Rita came through, my grandpa lost his boat, and so they moved further inland. It's weird to not gather there for every Christmas, not be there for the boat blessings with the band on the levee. And now my daughter won't know about that. So that's a loss. It's a loss to me, but it's a bigger loss to my daughter. And I can relate to that when I hear my Aunt Corrine talking about something that I don't really know about, but she can tell me was my family's land.
The whole point was just so beautiful. These oak trees were so green and pretty. Oh man, there's almost none left. All of this was just trees, oak trees, all over the place. It was just beautiful. They were so thick that it was just leaves on the ground. Oh. It's like feeling death around you already because it's gonna be taken away from you. So it's sad, and just to want to stay where you know that this is your land, this is your people.
Where's the bayou? I can't see the bayou.
It takes our local people to band together and do as much as they can to learn instead of just caving in under these big industries. And it's hard, it's scary, but what's more scary, that or losing the places that we have?
We're way out here, we're still feeling the effects of colonization as indigenous people, trying to hang on to our culture, our language, our value systems, things like that.
I'm a camp counselor at the Native Youth Community Project camp for us to expose them to college communities while also exposing them to the land and how our culture has been molded through where we live. Does anybody have anything that they have maybe taken that they didn't know before about coastal issues and our people living along the way?
The soil was more than just soil under our ancestors. And like more and more of our heritage and our ancestors are like going away with the water.
That's a great point, yeah.
I think it's interesting how if we just open up the Mississippi in a controlled way, all like the sediments would just rebuild the land.
Yeah, you guys are at a vital point in your lives right now where whether it be learning more about it and going into a field that'll help this coast and our way of life, but also about passing on these traditions that you're learning. What's going on here can relate to all Bayou communities, all coastal communities, and I think that other communities can see the immediate need to save our land, but don't really see how the loss of this land will also be the loss of our culture. The further inland we must push, it's going to change our ways of life. Now's the time to preserve that as much as we can.
Our flag has a crawfish, and if you know anything about crawfish, crawfish do not retreat. You're not going to make us back up and give up. We'll keep moving forward.
All right, dinner.
Yeah, that's a nice little ball. There it is. Enough for 5 or 6 people there.
Unless you put it in jambalaya.
Jambalaya or spaghetti or juice.